Sorry about my sleepy face. Just go up here in São Paulo in Brazil. Usually when I sleep, I don't really think about anything, but this morning I woke up with reflection in my mind. And I noticed how much progress I've made for the last few years. If you don't know, I moved from the UK/Germany here to São Paulo. It has been a journey. I remember getting here in São Paulo and not being fluent at Portuguese. And everyone thinking that I am like a gringo, a British guy just arriving. So that was literally a culture shock, and I got really annoyed at first because I was not, look at me, I'm Brazilian, you know what I mean? So then I went through that process of adaptation, and the noise, OMG, people are very loud here in São Paulo, especially in my neighborhood. I live in one of the poorest neighborhoods in São Caetano do Sul. The second issue that I had, I left Brazil and I wasn't a developed man, and I got here 20 years later. And they thought that I was a teenager, So got into a lot of issues. Then also having to look for work and not being successful at finding a job. Even though I am really qualified, I have a degree in economics and business. I'm a certified IT guy. I studied yoga, personal trainer, and I have got a lot more qualifications. Joke, I couldn't believe it when they were trying to pay me 2,000 reais for a job that would have to be working from Monday to Friday, literally 80 hours a day for 2,000 reais. The highly paid jobs that I applied for, long-term interviewing. I didn't get selected for any of them, even though I have an extensive and really good working experience in the UK, Germany as well. Also, of course, when you look at my socials, you can see that I develop websites. I have a really strong and really well-organized mindset. I create social media content. I could well be doing that for a company and doing it really well. But for some reason, I wasn't selected. But there were a lot of obstacles, and I'm not even touching all of them here in this video. But what is really amazing is my progress. I improved my Portuguese and I'm back at it. I'm fluent at Portuguese again. I'm able to speak really well. I can think really well. I can debate really well. I remember when I was younger that I was sharp like that. I used to speak really well. And that was one of my skills in Portuguese. I used to get into a lot of trouble as well because I was really well spoken, was able to debate about any topic with anyone. But what I noticed as well, that when I got here 2 years ago in São Paulo, I was thinking in English all the time. Now, I'm thinking in Portuguese all the time. So that's definitely progress. I know that was a really difficult transitioning because I don't really have family support here in Brazil. My family is all over the place, very toxic, and I am avoiding them. But at the same time, I had to come back to my roots, to my country, and rebuild my life and rebuild my confidence in Portuguese. Mission accomplished. That was my reflection when I woke up today. MJ, you did a good job, you worked really hard, you adapt, you developed your language skills. But not only that, when you look at the website right now, link in the bio, you can see that I'm creating content in Portuguese and in English. Everything's been done by myself, It's hard work, but that is the first time when I'm able to connect the dots and do content, develop the websites in both languages. Now he can watch the TV Mining for Professional, both in Portuguese and English. You can also read blog posts in both English and Portuguese languages. I forgot to mention all the design that I've created for the websites, the structure, the flow, the TV Mind Professional. Also, there are sections there for you to practice yoga, fitness, meditation, pranayama, and healing rituals as well. And yes, you can do that in both languages. But it has been a very difficult journey, but I kept pushing through it. I was very patient, very creative, and I tackled every single obstacle in the best way as possible. And moving forward, I want to be a lot more with you here. I want you to reach out as well, subscribe to the website. I would like to use a lot more Blue Sky app. So go there and follow me and let's start a conversation there. I need to be more present on Blue Sky. I need to drop more posts about my life, what's going on here in Brazil. Hopefully I will go back to the UK in the future and live in both countries. I don't know yet, but what I do know is I'm feeling amazing, especially here in Brazil, that I've been playing football, I've been practicing yoga, pranayama, meditation, doing all the things that I love, making myself healthy and also mentally strong as well. I don't know about the future, but maybe in the future I can do both countries, right? Brazil and the UK. So you may be able to see me in the UK as well in the future. But if you want to follow up my journey, which is also your journey, because you can do all the things that I've been practicing together with me on the website, then drop a follow, subscribe to the website. So now I need you to finish drinking this Brazilian coffee. It's not as good as the coffee that I was getting in Europe, but it smells really nice. And then after that, I'm gonna practice the secret yoga manual. And don't forget to watch me live on the Mind for Professional TV every single day.